So welcome to this tutorial. I'm Ravindra, and in this tutorial we are going to see dynamic inputs or how to take the user input from in the Java programming. So we are very familiar with the user inputs, means every programmer needs to take the input from the user. So in detail we are going to discuss about how to work with the or how to deal with the dynamic inputs in the Java. So before moving to the actually different approaches, okay, so let's try to understand what are the different approaches we are going to learn in this tutorial. So this list is showing actually three approaches. There are a number of approaches, but we are not going to learn all the approaches. These approaches are very important, and from the JDBC application point of view I have taken this only. So actually getting into the detail of all these uh, approaches, we will go for the basics. Okay, so move to the next thing is what. Well, first of all we'll try to understand what is exactly the stream is. So this snapshot actually tell us about the exact meaning of the stream is. Okay, you can see over here there is a source, there is a destination. Okay, source is containing what? Water. Okay, so task is what? Moving the water from the source to the destination. So what medium or what channel or what conductor I have used over here? So nothing but the sort of pipe is there that helps us to move from the source to the destination. So see over here that flowing water is nothing but the stream. Okay, flowing water, that movement of the water is nothing but what? Stream of water. Okay, so we are in the Java also, we are having source, we are having destination, we have to move something from the source to the destination. Okay, for that purpose we need some kind of pipelining, and the flow, exactly the data flow from the source to the destination is going to be termed as a what your stream is. Okay, in the computer science, stream are defined as an what? Sequence of data elements, means whatever the source is having data, that sequence of data is taken to the destination. Okay, let's see the in detail. Okay, so before moving to the exactly the different approaches of Java input, try to understand what is input stream and what is an output stream. Okay, so see over here, these are the what? Sources. All are the sources. What are the different kinds of sources? Keyboard, it may be array, it may be a string, it may be a network socket, it may be another file, or it may be something else. Okay, the source can be anything. Okay, but over here destination is what? It's a Java program. Okay, it's a Java program. So we are moving data from all these sources to the Java program. Okay, these are the possibilities we can have as an input stream. Okay, in this tutorial we are mainly focusing to on the keyboard. Okay, keyboard, moving the data from the keyboard to the Java program. Okay, so there are two things we need to consider is that we are having a byte stream also and the character stream also. Okay, so whatever the data read from the keyboard is in the byte stream. We will see in detail how to convert the byte stream into the character stream and all that. Here just I want to tell you what input stream is nothing but the moving data from the source to the Java program. Source may be vary from the keyboard to the array to the string or anything else. Okay, now similarly if I'm moving some data from my Java program to the some output or some destination. Okay, so what are the destination? We could have console. Console is nothing but your command prompt. Okay, it may be an array, it may be a string, it may be a socket on the network, it may be a file. Okay, so destination may be a some anything. Okay, but the movement of data from the Java program towards the any destination like in console array is nothing but what? Your output stream. Okay, so in this tutorial we are mainly concentrating our output stream as in what? Console. Console is nothing but what? Our command prompt. Okay, moving to the next, we'll start discussing the exactly the how the buffer reader is used to take the dynamic input or user input to our program. Okay, so this is another snapshot. It actually giving you idea how the data is flowing from the source to the destination. So just we have seen we can have the different sources. Similarly, we can have the different destination. Okay, so in between there is a Java program, and what source we are considering, it is nothing but what keyboard, and what destination we are considering is nothing but the console, that is what the command prompt. Okay, this is what the command prompt, this is what the keyboard. Now this keyboard is what our input. Okay, so we are giving the input through the keyboard. So in the Java program, standard input is what your is your keyboard, and similarly the standard output in Java is what console is nothing but the command prompt. If somebody asks you what is the standard input in Java programming, your answer should be what keyboard, and what is the standard output in the Java program, your answer should be what console. So now the next task is what how to move data from source to the destination, that is nothing but the from the keyboard to the Java program. So similarly, in the last snapshot, you have seen water is moving from the source to the destination with the help of what pipe. So some sort of pipelining I should have so that I could move my source data to the Java program. So who is going to help me in this situation? So you must be in a sort of confusion how to deal with this kind of situation. So Java has provided what? Java has provided us a class named system, which is having a field called in, which is going to help us. Okay, so how it is going to help us? This snapshot actually, or this diagram actually tell us exact picture how it is going to help me. Okay, suppose this is my keyboard and I've just typed what hello. Now this hello is moving from my keyboard to the input stream. Okay, but who is going to carry this my hello world? Okay, try to read this. What system.in is an object of which class? Input stream class. Okay, which actually holds the what hello world in the form of bytes. Byte is nothing but the in the form of zeros and ones. So here is one guy called system.in who is coming to us for the help, and he is saying that okay, I will carry your hello world to the destination. In this case, our destination is the Java program, because we are talking about the input stream only. Later on we will talk about the output stream. Okay, so but when I given the hello world to the system.in, it convert it into the means it actually accept the data into the binary form only. Now this binary form data need to be converted before it actually reach to the Java program. So again there is a problem. So there is some there is need of again converting byte to the character. So who is going to help me to convert this byte or 10 binary data into the character data? Okay, we'll try to understand this thing also, but just in this slide try to understand that I have just typed something called hello, and that is carried by the system.in object. Okay, system.in is an object of an what? Which class? Input stream class. So you must be wondering why it is invoked like system.in. Okay, so in is what one field from the system, static variable from the system class, and you know that the static variables or static fields are called by the class name, so that this system.in is there. Okay, system is a class and in is a static field or static member from the system class. That's why I need to call the in member or in field or in variable by its class name. But what is the type of this in? Is the input stream. Okay, we'll try to understand these things in detail in the further slides. Okay, Once we get the hello world in the Java program, we can have the output stream to send the data to the output console. Okay, we're not going to talk about all these things in detail. We'll see the output stream in detail. Okay, now try to understand. We will examine the what is the system class and all that. Okay, try to understand over here. So system class is actually provided in the Java lang package. Okay, so all the programs automatically import the Java lang package, means it whether you write or not write, okay, explicitly Java lang package, it is there. Okay, so if you're not mentioning, still Java is going to take care about the including Java lang package. Okay, so you don't have to worry about the importing the java.lang package. Okay, when this feature has come, since it is from the beginning of the Java. Okay, it's from the Java 1.1 version. So Java lang package defines a class called system. So you can see this is what system class. So which kind of class is this? Final class. Okay, now try to understand how many fields are there. These are the three fields or members, so namely ERR, in and out. Okay, so these methods are going to help us to take the input. Especially this is what second method. So try to understand the this member is what static. Okay, so static member are always called by the class name. That's why we have said system.in. And even try to understand that what is the type of in. It is what input stream. This is another class. Okay, this is another class from the java.io package. Okay, whose object is in. Okay, so when I'm saying system.in, it is what an object of what input stream. Okay, so indirectly I can say that I am invoking in object of input stream class from the system class. Okay, this might be a bit confusing word, but try to understand. So this just I have said input stream is in class from java.io package. Now when we execute the system.in, what is happening at that time? So we are nothing but what we are calling what static member. Okay, static member of which class? System class. Okay, and whose type is what? Input stream. Okay, just we have seen the same thing. So system class contains the three predefined streams, three predefined stream variable, namely in, out and ir. These are the what? Nothing but this ir. Ir is actually the error input output. Okay, so these are the three fields that are provided by the system class. So standard output is what? Console. Standard input is what? Our keyboard. And standard error. Okay, it is nothing but your console again. Okay, so any error is there, that will be displayed on the console. Any input is what there will be taken from the only keyboard, and if any output is to be displayed, it only is going to be displayed on the console only. Okay, so these are the default. Okay, so this in is always going to take the input, means always going to connect to the keyboard only. Okay, this out is always going to display the things on the console only. Okay, and this error is always going to display its error on the console only. So right now we are concentrating on the system.in. That's why we are not going to talk about the out and error. Okay, so this system class is having three members and some methods also. Okay, there are a number of methods. I have not listed all the methods. Okay, there is a big list of methods. Okay, so moving to the next, now try to understand how actually it create the stream from the source to the destination. Okay, we are talking about the input stream only. See, when I type hello, okay, so this hello is taken by the system.in the form of byte, nothing but the zeros and ones. Now try to understand. try to understand over here what is happening. See over here, we need something to carry our byte to the character. So there is another class input stream reader which helps us to convert our byte stream into the character stream. So now the question is, where from this input stream reader is? This input stream reader is from the Java IO package. Okay. Now, just okay, there is a person called input stream reader who is actually helping me to convert my byte into the character. Okay. Now next thing is what? Is there is anything required to carry from this to there? Yes, we are having the buffer reader. We are having buffer reader. This buffer reader is actually helping us to carry this converted character to the destination. So you must be saying, or you must be wondering, why there is a need of buffer reader. Why cannot input stream reader directly move the converted character to the Java program? There is a performance issue. To improve the performance, we are having buffer reader that will carry the character string fastly to the destination. Okay, let's try to understand how this flow is actually happening. Okay, with the animation, try to concentrate over here. See over here, this is what moving data from keyboard to the your input through the system.in. Okay, passed to the input stream reader. Now the input stream reader converts this data and pass this data to the buffered, okay, buffered reader. Now the buffer reader is actually used for the improve 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 the performance, and that's how it move the data fastly to the destination. So you must have got the things, the flow. So this flow is nothing but what? The stream, flow of data, or sequence of elements, or sequence of data is nothing but what your stream is, as we have seen in the first snapshot in the example of moving water from source to destination. Similarly, the data is moved from keyboard to the Java program. Okay, so there are different classes which are helping us to move data from the source to the destination. So what are these classes? This namely what? This is what the first one, input stream. Okay, then the input stream reader, and then buffer reader. These classes are helping us to move the data from source to the destination. Okay, so we are having the object here, system.in of a input stream class, which carries the data from the keyboard and passes to the input stream reader. Again, input stream reader is having its own object which takes the data, and again it converts this byte data into the character, and pass it to the buffer reader. Okay, buffer reader is just moving the character data and sending it as a same character to the destination. For only performance point of view, buffer reader is there. Okay, now try to understand what are the different ways of doing the same thing in the coding. Okay, so try to understand this line. Okay, so system.in is directly reading the data from what? Keyboard. Okay, this is directly connect to the keyboard. You don't have to explicitly connect to the keyboard and all that. This object is connected to the keyboard, and it take the data in the form of bytes. Now I have created one object of which class? Input stream reader, namely what? IR, right? Now I have called what? Constructor of the same class, and I have passed which value? The system.in. Okay, the system.in object I have passed to the input stream reader constructor of a same class. Okay, so after taking this data, it converts the byte string into the character string, nothing but the 0001's data into the character, and that will be held by the IR object. Now again, this IR object I cannot means for the performance point of view I have to give it to the buffer reader. So buffer reader having its own object in, and it's again calling its constructor. Okay, so one of the buffer reader constructor can carry this input stream object. Once we pass this object to the buffer reader, it will carry the data in the in, and it will move this data to the destination. Okay, by using buffer reader methods. Okay, I cannot directly move this data to the destination. In this case also I am not directly passing the hello string to the Java program. The string is in the form of object. Okay, it is not directly passing. Okay, we have to use some method from the buffer reader, then and then this data is available to the Java program. Okay, so the same two lines can be written in the single as a single statement like this. Okay, so need not to create an object every time. Okay, so try to understand this one. Okay, system.in object is directly passed to the constructor of input stream reader. Okay, again it said this created object is passed to the new buffer reader. Okay, which is a constructor of a buffer reader. Okay, try to understand this. If you are finding these two lines as an easy, you can go with this approach also. If you are want to reduce the code, you can go with the single statement also. Both are same. This two line and this single line is the same. Nothing, no difference. Moving to the next. Okay, so same terminology can be understood with this diagram also. Try to see over here. System.in. Okay, this is the different way of learning the same things in a different angle. Okay, try to understand this one also. System.in. Okay, system.in, as we know, it is directly connected to the keyboard. It takes the input and carry the input to the destination. Okay, so it represents the keyboard. To read data from keyboard, it should be connected to the input stream reader. Okay, so it need to be connected to the input stream reader. Okay, I have connected it to the input stream reader. Now it reads the data from the keyboard and send that data to BuffredReader. BuffredReader. We know that because of the performance issue, I cannot directly send the input stream object data to the destination, so that I have used what BuffredReader to improve my performance. Now BuffredReader, what it does, it reads the data from the input stream reader and store data in the buffer. Okay, it has some methods so that the data can be accessed. Okay, BuffredReader having some methods. We are going to see all those methods, how the BuffredReader's method helps us to read the data. Okay, so see in this table the BuffredReader methods are listed. So first one is a close, then read with some parameters, read line, skip. Yeah, okay, so mainly we are going to use close, read and read line. Okay, so we'll try to understand only these three methods now, and when we'll use this method and this method, that time we will be going to talk in detail about these methods also. Okay, so close the stream. Just we have seen the meaning of the stream. When the work is done, close the stream. Okay, and whatever the resources associated with that stream will be freed. Okay, so main task of this close method is to what? Close the stream and any resources associated with it. Okay, so it is going to help us into the close the stream. Okay, then there is a read method. This read method actually reads a single character at a time. Okay, so this is only helping us to read single character at a time. Then read line, this is very important. Mostly we are going to use this method. reads the line of text. This method is reading line of text. Entire line is read by this method. Moving to the before moving to the scanner, we'll see the some examples practically. Okay, so let's create a new project. Right click on the package explorer, Java project. So this is what Java IO stream. Okay. Finish. Right click on the source, new. I need one class to write the code. So I have given this package name. Okay, I'm keeping the same package name and I'm giving the class name Java IO. I need a public static void main method, that's why I'm checking, okay, using this public static void main. Okay, I need to give the name again. Okay, IO Java str stream. Okay, so I have created class and package also. Now we are going to see how to use the BuffredReader. So my requirement over here is I'm going to display my name over here. So I need a message to be displayed on the screen. Enter your name. I'm asking user to enter your name. Okay, now we will see how to use the BuffredReader. Okay, so you can use the both approaches. I will try to use the first approach first, two-line approach. Okay, so we'll require input stream method. Just I have typed the input and s, then after for the suggestion use the control space. So control space is a shortcut that actually gives the suggestion. So you need not to type the entire class name because this is what inbuilt class, that's why Eclipse provides the suggestions. So try to see the suggestions. The first suggestion is as per my requirement, that's why I can enter over here. Even it is showing the from the which package this input stream is. Okay, I know that input stream reader is from the IO package, so that is what I want in this program. I am pressing enter. Okay, automatically see over here, automatically the package is also imported and my class name is also there. Now I want to create one variable named IR variable, excuse me, not a variable, an object, and now I'm going to call the constructor, that is what input, again same input as. Now I'm pressing control space. Now it is again giving me new suggestions. So this first suggestion is matching with my requirement. This is one of the constructor from the input stream reader which accept what, which type of data, input stream. Okay, so I need a same constructor. Now I have to type as what is my object, system.in. Okay, now Next thing is we have to create buffer reader. Okay, again I have just typed buffered, that's it, control space. Now buffer reader, I am getting the suggestion buffer reader from the IO package. This is my requirement. I am pressing enter, need not to type the enter, so automatically package is also imported over here. See why I am pressing control space, because I need not to explicitly write the packages over here, directly Eclipse will take care of it. So I am creating one object named object reference variable named br. Again I need to call a constructor from the buffer. Okay, so first suggestion is matching with my requirement. So I have to pass what? IR over here. Okay, see over here. It is actually showing the list also. Eclipse can predict what kind of data you are using. Okay. So I have passed the IR. Now we are having the BR named object reference variable. With the help of this variable, I cannot directly print the message. I cannot directly print the message. I need to use some method from which class? Buffer reader class. So BR, so I am assessing the buffer reader class methods using BR object reference. So once I have clicked BR dot, okay, directly Eclipse has provided me the different suggestions. So Eclipse knows that BR is an object of buffer reader, and buffer reader having some methods. So once we use the dot operator is always going to use what? Member of a class. Okay, it may be data member or methods. Okay, so first read line is my requirement, because just we have seen from the list of buffer reader method, if you want to read the entire line typed out, okay, typed by the keyboard, you need to use what? Read line. Okay, so first match is as per my requirement. I'm entering. Okay, now semicolon, the task is done. Okay, now this three lines actually taking what? Taking input from the keyboard. So these three lines are acting as in what? Stream. Now next thing is what? There is one, okay, it's showing what? There is one error. So it's saying that you have to provide what? Exception. So okay, so this exception, I need to add the exception. So need to add the exception, because exception need to be handled. Okay, we're not going to talk about the exception in detail over here, so just try to understand that when I'm using this readline method, there is a chance of having the exception. That's why there must be something to handle the exception. That's why we have entered these two keywords, throws and exception. Okay, now next thing is what? I have to print the enter. So what message I have to print? Concatenation operator, and where it is, who is holding this thing, who is going to holding this thing? this over here. Try to understand this line is just reading the line, but where it has stored the read line, it has not stored anywhere. That's why we need to add what, one variable as in what, string, because read line method returns which type of, it is a string. Try to see over here. Okay, so it actually return the string. That's why we need to declare one string and we have to use it. Okay, one thing I want to show you over here, try to understand. Okay, see, I'm again pressing control space. See over here, everything is written over here. String line is a method whose return type is what, string. Okay, so whatever the readline method reads, it returns in the form of string. So we must have a string variable to accept the whatever the readline method has taken from the input. Okay, now we are having the entire line into the sr string. Now the program is finished, and just I'm going to save it, okay, and run it. Okay, so see over here console, I'm double clicking to make it bigger one. So the message is displayed, enter your name. I'm going to enter my name, Ravindra Phule. Now once I enter, it is showing the output. So this is what our expected output, your name is Ravindra Phule. So this is my dynamic input or user input that is accepted through the buffer reader and displayed on the output screen. So this is what the actually the thing. So we have understood what, there are three ways of accepting buffer reader, console and scanners. So first method we have understood, and how it is to be accomplished with the help of this. These are the very important things. These two lines or this one line is nothing but the answer of buffer reader, and this diagram is actually illustrating each and everything you need to visualize. So this is how and exactly internally happening, how the buffer reader takes the input and converts that byte stream into the character stream, and finally it is giving to your program, and with the help of buffer reader method we are actually reading that data and displaying that data. So in this tutorial we just have seen the input stream, one of the input stream, that is nothing but the buffer reader. In the next tutorial we are going to see the next input stream is nothing but what, scanner. So we'll see into the next tutorial.